seller, along with the staff of Sperry Van Ness Accelerated Marketing. I'd like to thank you for taking time to watch this brief presentation regarding our bank-owned real estate auction upcoming in Alabama and Florida, starting on October the 24th in Huntsville, Alabama at 12 p.m. and ending on Friday in Jacksonville, Florida, also at 1 o'clock p.m. We have homes, we have townhouses, we have condominiums, we have lots, we have acreage, we have industrial, we have retail. We have something literally for everyone. And most of these properties, ladies and gentlemen, will be sold absolute to the highest bidder. There is no reserve, there is no minimums, there's no starting bid, no minimum bid. Everything that's marked absolute will be sold regardless of price. And we fully expect to sell all the properties because the bank that we are working for is very, very motivated. They don't need these assets any longer. It's time for them to get them cleaned off their books and sold out into the private sector for you to take advantage in this particular market to bid your price and to be the owner of those properties of which we have. There's over 110, and once again, we ask you to continue to look at the website for updates, get a hold of the local broker in the area, make sure that you're comfortable, because our job is to make you comfortable with buying real estate at auction, and hopefully at our sales, you'll feel most comfortable. Real estate brokers, we encourage your participation by introducing the properties that we have to your clients. For that, in turn, the seller will pay you 1.5% of the winning bid price. All you have to do is download the broker client registration form, which can be found at www.bidonbankreo.com. The deadline for that registration to be received and you to receive your 1.5% is any day before the given auction of which that property will be sold. Deposits. Winning bidders' deposits will be in the form of a $3,000 cashier's check made payable to yourself and or 10% of the total purchase price, whichever of the two amounts are greater. An example would be $50,000 total contract price. The total deposit of 10% would be comprised of your $3,000 cashier's check to be endorsed over to the appropriate title company at the auction itself, and then a difference of a personal or business check for $2,000 to equate to $5,000 or 10% of your $50,000 total bid. So be sure to bring your personal and or business check with you at the auction. Open houses. Open houses have been set for Sunday, October the 16th from 1 until 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and then Saturday, October the 22nd, each day from 1 until 3 p.m. We strongly encourage all bidders to go in and inspect the properties prior to making any bid. All these properties are being sold in as-is, where-is condition. So as you see them, that's the way they will be delivered to you at closing. The auction purchase and sale agreement. Right here is a sample of what it looks like. It's not too onerous of a document, and we encourage you to take a look at this document and look at it again and give it to any financial advisor that you feel comfortable with, because this is the contract that you would be required to sign either in Alabama or Florida. We have two different ones, so make sure you download the correct one or correct version and be very familiar with it. These contracts will be already pre-filled out when you get to the contract room on the day or the evening of the auction. And all we will do is put in your name, the high bid price, you will be expected to sign it. Once again, give your escrow deposit, you'll get a copy, and you'll be able to leave the auction at that particular time. Registration. For the live auction, in order to get registered on the day or the evening of the auction, when you enter into the ballroom, you will see clearly marked signs for registration. The registration table is where you will step forward. You will need to have at that time proof of a $3,000 cashier's check made payable to yourself, and a valid driver's license ID or valid passport. Something that will identify you. You will at that time be registered. You will receive at that particular moment your bidder's packet, which will look similar to this. And inside of your bidder packet will be a welcome letter. It will actually give you a little bit of a highlight of our bidding process. We'll have your bidder card in there. Make sure you keep that readily available. Your backup bidder card, an actual score sheet we call it, which is a order of sale with the properties that will be sold in that particular auction for that given day or that evening. You'll also receive a bidder name badge, which will allow you entrance into the ballroom and preferred seating for bidders. So once again, at registration at the live auction, $3,000 cashier's check. We're not going to take it from you. All we want to do is see it, make payable to yourself, and also a valid driver's license and or a passport. And we will give you that, as we said. You'll also be asked to sign the terms and the conditions of sale. So that will be a requirement at registration. So make sure that the general terms and conditions of sale are, again, posted on the website, www.bidonbankreo.com. For online bidders, because we do have online bidding, technical abilities during the auction, the live auctions, where you're able to see and actually bid. In order to become an eligible online bidder, you have to go to the online bidding registration on the website, right on the front page. Click on there, and there are 3 documents that you will need to download and complete, return to us, no later than Friday, October the 21st, by the close of business. One being an online bidder contract. It's a very simple document. Number 2, a bidder registration. And number 3, your signed general terms and conditions of sale. You'll need to return that to our office, which is indicated on the forms, along with your $3,000 cashier's check made payable to the escrow agent, either in Alabama or Florida, wherever that property is located. And then you will be given login instructions to be able to participate live on the internet. Closings will occur on or before 45 days following the fully executed agreement. When you leave the auction, we are convinced that you will have a fully completed contract where the seller has accepted your bid, and you will be, the clock will begin to start there. Now, for an incentive, if you close within 10 days after signing the contract, you will receive a 0.5% cash discount at closing. I would encourage you to take the initiative to close early and be in there for that discount. There will also be a 10% buyer's premium that will be reflected in this sale. What does that mean? That means that whatever your high bid is, there will be a 10% number added on top, which will then which will make up the full total contract price. So, an example would be $100,000 winning bid. 10% would be $110,000 total contract price that you would be executing in the contract room. So, 10% will be added to the winning bid on each and every contract. Now, let me just explain briefly our auction day process and what you can expect and what we expect of you. First, you need to be prepared as to what you want to pay for a property. We will be actually auctioning a property and saying sold about once every 4 to 5 minutes, probably sometimes 2 to 3. So you need to be prepared and know exactly what you want to pay. Upon being declared the winning bidder, there will be a person that will come into the audience and approach you with a clipboard. It will bring you what we call a bid confirmation. And that will basically simply state that you're the high bidder number, the winning bidder, at whatever price that you have bid. And we're going to ask you to sign that document, and we're going to ask you for your $3,000 check, cashier's check at that time. You'll give us that, we'll give you a copy, and you have one of 2 choices to make. At that particular time, you can either go into the contract room and begin signing your purchase and sale agreement if that's the only property that you have an interest in, or if you have multiple cashier's checks and you're looking to buy additional properties, you just sit right where we came to you and continue in the bidding process. So we want to make it very comfortable for you, ladies and gentlemen, and so we appreciate your attendance, and so we'll be coming to you for your cashier's check upon being declared the winning bidder. At the end of the auction, obviously you'll be taken to the contract room to complete all of your documents. Before you leave the auction, you will have everything that you need in order to begin the process of closing. Once again, closing occurs within 45 days. Now, for you online bidders that are successful winning bidders, we will be contacting you to fax you your contract with the expectation that you will sign that and immediately return it to us, along with instructions as to your next move for closing. All right, that's our sale day process. I would encourage you a couple of things. Number one, remember, most of these properties are being sold absolute to the highest bidder. There's really no starting opening bid. The auctioneer will ask for an opening bid. They will come down if they don't get that bid, but there'll be bid assistants in the crowd. These are people that are trained to help you, and if the auctioneer is looking one way and you're over here on this side of the room, they'll be happy to get your bid up to the auctioneer before he or he closes it out. A couple of reminders. Please sign up for the email alerts on our website. That gives you an opportunity to be notified of anything that's updated, whether a property may have been withdrawn because of some issue or might have sold on a pre-sale. But make sure that you do that, because that's going to help you and help us make sure that you get the most up-to-date information that we have on a day-to-day basis leading up to Again, October the 24th, starting in Huntsville, Alabama on Monday at 12 noon, and running a series of 7 auctions, concluding in Jacksonville, Florida on Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Thank you again for your interest, and we look forward to seeing you at the auctions.